What's up, guys? Welcome to week 3 of Pick 6 with John and Nik. I am Nik.
I am John.
And we are coming at you Fitz Magic today, baby.
Oh, so much magic.
John, my friend.
Yes.
You have risen like a phoenix from the ashes to a 5-1 record last week.
Can you believe it, folks?
Your thoughts.
Start
What's the secret?
What I really like to do is I like to look at colors of helmets. I like to really just see who is going to be taller than one another. That's where I really kind of it's a vetting process.
That's how the Sharps do it. And I am excited about this week because we are going Fitz Magic.
Fitz Magic time.
Let's do it. We decided John has the first pick this week. So, John, why don't you start us up, buddy?
Well, I'm going to start off with some Fitz Magic, actually. I am taking Tampa Bay +1, right? Yes, +1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers this last week against the Chiefs had so many calls going for them at the end of the first half. There's no way they should have ever been in that game. Also, Antonio Brown is having some issues. Is he even going to report to the game? Who knows? But he's probably the best receiver out there. Le'Veon Bell's still not in. I just think Tampa Bay's on that train, and they're going to take it. I don't think they're going to win up. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay +1 versus Pittsburgh.
Count it. Fitz Magic pick of the week. Sticking with the Fitz Magic theme, I'm going the same game. Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. For all the same reasons that John said. I like Tampa Bay, but since John took that, I'm actually going to go with the over, which currently sits at 53.5.
Ooh, it's high, but it's good.
So the Bucs have no running game at all, so that's why they're passing it so much. We're getting a lot of Ryan Fitzpatrick. They also have no secondary, so they can't stop the pass. Pittsburgh, we know, can score points. Their defense isn't great either. They haven't been able to stop anybody. So for that reason, on Monday night, we got two teams that are going to sling it around. AB will be back. I know Roethlisberger took a day off. He'll be back. They'll have James Conner. They're going to be good. They're going to score a lot of points. Fitz Magic is going to bring it in the end, and we're going to hit that over at 53.5. Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. Count it.
That's a good parlay. We've got a lot of parlays this weekend. I'm going to move on here. I'm going to move to another high-scoring game. It'll be New Orleans at Atlanta. Right now, the line sits at 53.5. In the past, these teams have come together and they score a lot of points. And the last couple weeks, New Orleans has given up 48 the first week. It was a little bit less of a game at 18 or 19 against the Browns. But, I think with these two teams that coming together, it is a division game. There's very little defense in the dome. Don't have to worry about it. I'm taking the over at 53.5. Count it.
Okay, I am sticking with Fitzpatrick and Fitz Magic, baby. I am taking the Harvard Crimson at the Brown Bears. Now, this game's on Friday night. This episode's going to release Friday at 9 a.m., so make sure to get this in as soon as possible. Harvard is essentially the Harvard of the Ivy League, correct?
Yes.
So they're going to annexation of Puerto Rico, Brown, all up and down the field. They're 16.5-point favorite.
Woo. I
think they're feeling the Fitz Magic as well. It transcends outside of Tampa Bay. It's a worldwide phenomenon at this point. Harvard's 1-0, Brown's 0-1. They got the Fitz Magic going for that reason. Give me Harvard minus 16.5 at Brown.
Count it. I'm going to stick with college football. You know who just became a new head coach this season? Herm Edwards. God love that guy. He's head coach of the Arizona State University Sun Devils. So they are actually traveling up to Washington this year. Herm has led them to a 2-1 record so far. And the Washington Huskies haven't really shown they're also 2-1. It's a good division game. Right now the line sits at 18.5. I just think that Arizona State has deserves a little bit more credit than that. And so for that reason, I'm taking Arizona State plus 18.5. Count it.
I like that. That's a lot of points. All right, we're moving to Los Angeles for my next pick here. Battle Los Angeles. This is actually my Super Bowl prediction, which is Chargers-Rams. The Rams have looked really good. The Chargers have looked pretty good. I mean, they did play the Bills last week, which is one thing, but I think ultimately the Chargers are going to be pretty good. This game's obviously in LA. I don't know why they would play it anywhere else.
Right.
But the Rams haven't, I don't think, played anyone really so far. They played the Cardinals and they played the Raiders. Neither one of those teams is going to be that great. I do think the Rams are really good. I think this is going to be a competitive game. I don't want to call it a rivalry yet because I don't think it is, but I think it could have the makings of a rivalry.
We'll get there.
I think it's two competitive teams that are both really good, and 7 points is a lot. Take the points in this one. San Diego Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers, +7.
Count it. I'm actually going to take the same game. We're going to stick with the parlays here. I'm going to take the over on that game. Right now it's at 48. The Rams played the Cardinals, and they scored 34 points on their own last week. And Phillip Rivers scores touchdowns, and he throws a lot of touchdowns, and they have a great running game. So I feel like this game, although the Rams defense is probably one of the top defenses in the league, I feel like it's going to be a higher scoring game. I'm looking to be maybe a 28, 31, 28 game, something around there. So for that reason, I'm taking over 48 points, Los Angeles Rams and Los Angeles Chargers. Count it.
All right, moving back to the college ranks. John, this pick really pains me. I hit on Florida State last week. I knew they'd lose to Syracuse. They're a 10-point favorite at home this week to Maction, Northern Illinois.
Okay.
People are waiting for Florida State to finally show up. I don't think it's going to happen for a while. If you look at their offensive line, it looks like five matadors out there just letting anyone come by that wants to. I know it's Northern Illinois. They don't have anyone, but FSU is a train wreck right now. They're rebuilding with Willie Taggart. Maybe they'll be better next year, but they just have no line. Everyone can get in there that wants to. They have absolutely no chance. They'd be lucky to win this game, let alone win by 10 points. Give me Northern Illinois Huskies plus 10 in Tallahassee.
Count it. Woo, buddy. That's close to being the risky
Hurts.
pick of the week. I don't think that's it.
It
though.
hurts.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to do that. They may still win, just not by 10.
It ain't going to be 10.
Okay. Moving on, I'm going to hit back to the NFL, and I'm going to do, it's Baltimore is hosting the Denver Broncos. I think the Broncos have Case Keenum as their quarterback, and they still have a couple other receivers that didn't really show up. I know they did win last week, but they're going into Baltimore. We got that John Brown that showed up last week and is getting on the same page as Joe Flacco. Baltimore's always tough. I think it's really tough to go into Baltimore and win, and 5 is a pretty low spread for me. So for that reason, I'm taking Baltimore -5 at home against Denver. Count it.
Black attack, baby.
You know it.
All right, back to the NFL for me as well. We talked a little bit about this game earlier. We have New Orleans at Atlanta. We know Drew Brees and Sean Payton get off to a slow start every year pretty much, and that's evident here where they lost the first game to the Bucs. They close one of the Browns. I think that's maybe more of a testament that the Browns are getting a little bit better. They're not as bad as an 0-16.
Playoff team.
We already know they're not going to be 0-16 because they tied. I like New Orleans with the points in this game. I will say most of the numbers lead me to believe that they will not cover that 3 points. So Atlanta's 5-1 against the spread their last 6 games at home. New Orleans is 2-4 against the spread their last 6 games in Atlanta. The numbers tell me to take Atlanta, but I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I'm fading my numbers. I'm going Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints +3 in Atlanta.
Count it. All right, my last pick today is going to be back to college football. I am 3-1 with college football this year, and let me tell you, I'm as surprised as you. But for my last pick, it is actually Michigan State against Indiana. Now, I didn't know Indiana had a football team. I just thought they played basketball. And there was this guy named Bobby Knight. I don't think he's around or has been around for many, many years. This spread is very, very low for me. It's -4.5. I know Michigan State hasn't looked that good so far this season, but it's Indiana. They play basketball. They're Hoosiers. There's a movie made after them. There's no movie made about the football team. All right, sorry, I digress. Here we go. I'm going to take Michigan State -4.5 against Indiana. Count it.
I don't want Indiana unless there's a chair thrown during the game.
Amen.
So I like your points there.
Thank you.
For my last game, I'm going to the College Game Day game of the week.
Ooh.
We have Stanford, Oregon, major Pac-12 North rivalry game. There's some fun things about this. Oregon is 7-2 straight up when College Game Day is in town. They're sitting at a 2-point underdog right now. And so that's that. I think with Cristobal, I think they're getting a little bit better this year. Everything tells me to take Oregon in this one. Oregon's 3-0. Stanford is undefeated in 3-0 as well. But Stanford is just Oregon's Achilles heel. The last time Oregon lost when College Game Day was in town was 2010 to, you guessed it, Stanford. So all the numbers, again, like the last game, they tell me to take Oregon. They tell me to take the 2 points. I just think Stanford's got Oregon's number. I feel like they always have. Give me Stanford -2 in Eugene.
Count it. Risky pick of the week, folks.
Pick of the week.
Nick, I didn't tell you. You look good today.
Thank you. This is my Fitch magic. I'm trying to get some of the Fitz magic to rub off on me. Hopefully it will. I like my picks.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did pretty good. I think we are on the up and up, much like a blue chip prospect who goes to the combine and runs a 4.240 from an unheard of school. We are on the rise, friend.
On the rise. You should follow us. You should watch this. Tell us what you think.
Let us know who you got. Make sure to subscribe. We'll have this released every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks for everyone who keeps watching. Make sure to comment. Let us know who you got. Tweet at us. Tell us if we suck. Tell us if we're good. It's usually more the suck, but that's fine.
We don't mind.
Yeah,
we can take
it's all good. This has been Pick 6, Week 3 with John and Nik. I am Nik.
I am John.
See you guys next week. Happy hunting.
Have it later.